And that's the opening bell on Wall Street. You hear our market coverage here sponsored by Tasty Trade. And we got some bagpipers there.
I got to get one of those hats.
On the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. It's almost St. Patrick's Day. What am I talking about? Of course, this is why we got I assume this is why we have the bagpipers there. I guess it's St. Patty's Eve, and this is how one celebrates St. Patty's Eve there at the New York Stock Exchange, as you have the members of that NYPD Bagpipe Corps, I'm going to guess, Bagpipe Brigade. Let's see. The NYPD Emerald Society Pipes and Drums. It's also in honor of its 63rd anniversary. Not too often that you see a picture like that at the opening bell.
Well, they actually play those bagpipes on the floor of the exchange.
I'm sure they do.
When they come through, yeah. I've heard every song played on the floor of that exchange, my goodness.
Really? What's the most creative bagpipe cover
bagpipe cover. I mean, you really only hear the bagpipes when they come through.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, what are they covering, I wonder? What songs are they doing?
Well, other songs that I have heard on the floor of the exchange is The Circle of Life before, once the Lion King, the parade came through. It wasn't via bagpipe, it was just over the loudspeakers.
That would be something, though, if they did that one.
It's quite eerie the day that they did play it. I'll tell you more about that in the break sometime. Yeah.
Sounds good. First, tell us what's going on with the markets, though.
Yeah, taking a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Right now, it's down, opening up lower by about 0.7%. Let's put this on some chart activity for you so you can see how we've been faring over the course of the week. So over the past 4 days, net lower by about 0.8%, down here out the gate by about 0.7%. The NASDAQ composite, you're seeing that over the past 4 days, still holding on to gains here, but right now, early in the trading activity, we're seeing that lower by about 0.4%. And then additionally, checking in on the S&P 500. There we go. That's down by about 0.6% to start the day. Still net positive over the course of this week, though. That's up by about 0.2% past 4 days. Let's take a look at a few of the heat maps that we've got loaded up here for you. We'll start with the regional banks. Still a ton of red on the screen here. And in fact, just red everywhere you look, to paraphrase the Full House theme song. But ultimately, taking a look, and this is the past 5-day scale. Intraday out of the gate here, still a ton of red. And in deep red, you've got a few of those names, and none more so than First Republic Bank. That's down by about 33% this morning. We'll add some more color to that in just a hot moment. I just wanted to zoom back out to the regional bank chart here. And if we can put this on an equal, just to give you a good look at things here. You've also got some activity on PacWest Bancorp as well here this morning, too. So with all of that movement, continuing to keep a close eye on the regional banks, given the fallout from Silicon Valley Bank, as well as a few of the other regionals that we've been tracking here this morning, too.
Yeah, the only 3 in the green, 2 of them don't exist anymore, really, or at least not right now. I just wanted to linger here for a moment because of the declines that we continue to see here. There was the pause, now the resumption. These reports that we might see First Republic put itself up for sale. That's not helping forestall the selling at all. I just noticed a tweet from Bill Ackman, who is criticizing the government now, saying the failure to provide a temporary guarantee on all deposits is causing an unnecessary banking crisis. I mean, I would submit that they've effectively provided an implicit guarantee, but I guess it's not explicit. It's hard to know what regulators should be doing now that they are not doing, right. Or maybe there's things happening behind the scenes that we don't know about. Yeah,
we got the statement, at least specifically regarding Silvergate earlier this week from President Biden, but still, even more so, there had been, and even as I was out of town, as many of our viewers know, and our operations as well, there was so much focus on Silicon Valley Bank over the course of the weekend as to what needed to happen from a federal response standpoint. You got that from the FDIC. You got that from an in consortium from the Fed, from the FDIC and the Treasury. But now, with so much of the other focuses around what comes next for some of the regional banks, what this means for their customers and businesses at the end of the day, does there still need to be even more of a response, and what other mechanisms could come into the fray and to fruition? But as of right now, there's still the major question mark that lingers over many of these regional bank players, and what type of consolidation could this ultimately lead into and spur into as well in the near future?